yourself?
Well, my name is Dave Arce, and I run an automotive center here in El Cajon, California. And we've been in business since 1990. We're a very versatile shop. We work on automobiles. We do engine block machining. We grind crankshafts. We rebuild engines, not only for ourselves, but for many others out there, shops and so forth. We're doing very well right now.
So you need a way to keep track of your business. What kind of software have you been using in the past?
Well, obviously, like many, we used to write our invoices by hand. Right around 2001, 2002, I wrote a program using Microsoft Works that would help us keep track of everything that we had going on. One of the key things for writing that is here in California, they have a little booklet, and we're supposed to write things a certain way with mileage and VIN codes and customer authorization and that type of thing. And so I wrote this program that would help us in that, so we could do what the Bureau of Automotive Repair says here in California is write it right. And so that was the big move in going into that, and it's been very, very good for us since then.
And what have you been using recently?
Well, we came up with this software called Fytron. We've been using it for about 8 months. It's been working very well for us, and we're happy to be using it.
And what exactly is Fytron? How does that fit into your needs now?
Well, Fytron is a web application software. It's going to be based off of 6 different modules. Probably the 3 primary ones is invoicing and accounting and customer database, and there's going to be some other ones that are coming along the line as we figure all this stuff out.
How can you tell us how Fytron's helped your business recently?
Yeah, probably the biggest thing is it's very organized and keeps things under control. There's some very special features that it has for the automotive machining industry. One of them is that you're able to attach pictures of a customer's job coming in. You can attach them to the invoice. Some of the other things that are going to be going on with that invoice is you're also going to have a balance sheet attached to it, as well as an engine specification sheet. So when you look up that invoice, you're going to have those 3 things that you can look at. It's very well under control. Probably the final thing that's going to be really good is we're going to have a labor guide attached to this, where it's going to have a drop-down box so that you can look up labor functions by operation, and you can select those and give you the proper time for doing a function.
Looking at the industry as a whole, how can you see that Fytron would be impactful for this industry?
Well, obviously, we came up with this software to try and help the industry. It seems like the industry has been suffering for many years. There are some other programs out there on the automotive side of our business, which is All Data and Moto Logic and Mitchell On Demand. Well, they have operations that have time associated with them. Well, the machine shop, or the automotive machine shop business, has never had that, and we're creating that now. So when you get on Fytron, it's going to have labor times for resizing rods, grinding crankshafts, boring 4 cylinders, 6 cylinders, 8 cylinders, and that type of thing. And it's going to be pretty automated, and you don't have to handwrite that in, and there's going to be a time associated with it, so we don't cut ourselves short, that it's the proper time for doing it, and it's both good for the customer and for the automotive machining business.
Mm-hmm. So you mentioned that you're testing this out, which means that there's a beta out there. Can you tell us how other businesses can get access to being a part of this beta?
Yeah, sure. You can go to the Fytron website, and you can put your email in and request information and get authorization to do like a preliminary user on it for 30 or 60 or 90 days or whatever you think is appropriate for you, and get some time on it and see how it functions for you. But I think it's going to be real well. One of the really nice things about the Fytron is it's on a cloud, and you're able to pick up your phone and use it on your phone as well. So that way, when I'm away from the business, I can actually adjust an invoice. If somebody back at the shop needs help, I can, address any issues with that invoice or anything else associated with the business on that software.
All right. Well, thanks for giving us a few minutes of your time and giving us some insight on the Fytron.
Thank you very much.